Black hair, white dollars. Why am I still talking about it?
Everybody wants to be a part of our market because we're the #1 consumer. We spend 10 to 1 on anybody in here. In the retail market right now, majority of the retail stores are ran by Koreans. And more of the Korean stores that are ran by, the 90%, are supported 100% by Black African money. It's so unfair, you know, that they take our money. But once again, part of it is our blame. We allow what happened.
We think the African American style is a very big business.
Almost every week they change the style for hair.
Listen, folks, I was born in the late 50s and grew up in the 60s. And back then, we were busy just living and surviving. Now, this was back when a hair day was a whole ritual, and we were raised to make whatever we didn't have work, keep it moving, and just don't ask too many questions. Now, I didn't really back then feel pressed to know who owned the store. I didn't ask who controlled the shelves. I just needed back then what every Black woman needed, products that actually worked. So basically, I went where my mama went. Later, as an adult, I shopped, I paid, and I left. No questions asked. Ownership and gatekeeping, distribution and power, it didn't cross my mind. And my truth is that I walked those aisles for years, bought my edge control, my wig caps, no questions asked. So listen, today's video is not a hit piece. This series is not an attack on the Korean community. It's an investigation, and it's my awakening. And if you were like me, you either didn't know or nobody told you the whole story. I'm just here trying to put some of the pieces on the table, the history, the gatekeeping, the workarounds, and the real people, Black entrepreneurs then and now, that are still pushing uphill. So I come from an era where we were just grateful a store carried what we needed for our hair, period. We didn't ask who controlled supply chains or who set terms or who got shut out. Ignorance was not bliss. It was just the norm. Now, let's talk about the blind spot that I personally carried. For years, I didn't see dominance. I saw convenience, and because those stores were in our communities and serving our textures and our tones and our needs, I just naturally assumed that there was a shared ownership somewhere. That assumption was my blind spot. So when I finally thought about and asked, who owns this market? That one question opened a door that I could not close. Not because I'm angry at a community, but because I'm committed to my community, myself included, understanding how power moves. The short version here is a mix of immigration waves, tight supplier networks, and early control of distribution pipelines that created a lock on who gets the inventory, who gets the price breaks, and who actually gets first pick on the trends. Now, once distribution concentrates, retail follows, and when retail follows, the customer's habits are set. That's how dominance becomes normal until it feels invisible. And in that quiet, Black would-be owners walk in with a business plan and walk out with no supplier, no terms, or call back next year. Not because there isn't demand, but because access isn't equal. What does the landscape feel like right now? Well, you tell me. Walk into most beauty supply stores today in Black neighborhoods and you'll see an abundance. Walls of braiding hair, lace wigs, oils, edge controls, accessories. But behind that abundance are relationships. Who gets the best pricing? Who gets the first shipment? Who gets the newest launch? And who waits? Now, my previous video does share interviews with customers, stylists, and owners, both established and aspiring. And I hear two things at once. From many Asian Korean owners, I hear, we built a system and we run it efficiently. And from Black would-be owners, I hear we can serve our own community if we can just get the door open. So again, why am I still here talking? Well, I keep going because silence is expensive. We spend, but do we circulate? We buy, but do we build? Some of us know this history very well. Some of us, like me, for years, just didn't. Both truths can live together, and my channel, I hope, is where those truths can sit at the same chair. I'm going to keep going because many of us, like me, didn't grow up with this information. We inherited great hair rituals, but not the supply chain history. Black women are some of the world's most powerful beauty consumers, and if we as customers understood the process behind the product, I think we'd make different demands of shops, brands, and of ourselves. So I'm continuing this series because this isn't just about wigs and weave. It's about infrastructure, it's about agency, and it's about dignity. It's about teaching someone who, like me, years ago, simply didn't know how these markets were structured. It's about showing aspiring Black owners the roadblocks and the workarounds. It's about separating feelings from facts while still honoring our lived experience. And it's also about nuance. You can appreciate the service that many stores provide and still ask fair questions about ownership, access, and equity. So listen, folks, my why is very simple. I don't want another generation to wake up at the register like I did, years in realizing we never ask who holds the key to our hair economy. This series is my commitment to keep learning in public, to bring you the past, the present, and the most current realities with respect and with balance. I want to thank you for stopping by the occasional commentary, and if you found any value in this video, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.
Right here on the corner of 54th and Crenshaw, South Central Los Angeles. This is beautiful wigs. This is the Korean-owned hair store. They sell hair of all kinds. In your store here, what percentage of your business is Afro-American?
About 100%. 99.9.
Okay. In other words, 99.9%.
99.9. Okay.